大历13年，苏州身为江南唯一的雄州，至宋代，上有天堂，下有苏杭的谚语已不胫而走。明清时期，苏州更成为全国经济文化中心。英国玉雕大师安大路更是被这片土地所吸引，谱写着自己的人生故事。
A famous Western psychologist and sociologist once said you need three things in life to be content. You need to be living where you want to be living, you need to be with the people you want to be with, and you need to be doing what you want to be doing. I'm very happy in Suzhou. I'm very happy with the people I'm with, and I'm very happy with what I'm doing, which is carving jade. Before I came to China, and when I first heard about these three things that one must have in life to be content, I had none of them. I was living in London, but I didn't want to be there. I had a very good job, but I didn't want to do that job. And I was with people I didn't want to be with. Perhaps this is what drove me to Suzhou, which drove me to follow my life's dream. They say that Suzhou is one of the most beautiful places in China. There's a famous saying which every Chinese person knows, 上有天堂，下有苏杭. And I believe this is true. Suzhou, along with Hangzhou, is one of the most beautiful places in China, one of the most comfortable places to live. I have many favorite places here and many great memories of it. One of my favorite places is the Opera Museum. Why? Because that's where I went every day to study and do my Chinese homework. A beautiful building full of culture, lots of tables, very quiet, with the sound of music in the background. And it's there that I could be happy just sitting and writing Chinese characters, reading Chinese books, and just practicing my Chinese. Another place I do truly love is a beautiful little garden attached to a hotel in Old Suzhou called Banyuan. It's where I married my wife in a private ceremony. I had my wedding feast. It's beautiful. It reeks of Chinese culture, and inside it there's a beautiful vine, hundreds of years old, which is twisted and gnarled and sometimes in flower and sometimes not in flower. But the water, the feng shui, just the whole environment of that place makes me fall in love. And the other place I think I really like, apart from the jade carving district, where I learned to carve jade and where I spent 2 very happy years, would I think be the herb garden, or Yipu, one of China's famous classical gardens. It's a small garden, it's less visited than the others, it's down a tiny little alley. Very few tourists get to see it, local people are there every day, and it's somewhere that I find great peace. It's almost, you get away from the bustle and the noise of modern Suzhou with its traffic and its concrete and its subway and everything else, and the people running just to make $1 and make ends meet. And you enter the garden and you're suddenly in peace. There's a little lake inside, and there's a mountain scenery and the herbs and the smell, and a little tea house where you can drink tea. This to me is one of the places that represents old Suzhou. I'm not that interested in modern Suzhou or Yuanqiu. I live there. But when I want to take in China's culture, when I want to relax and be content, I take my bicycle and I drive the 5-10 kilometers, I cycle the 5 or 10 kilometers, and I'll sit in Banyuan or the Opera House or the Herb Garden and just relax and think how lucky I am to be doing what I want to be doing.